दुख, दर्द, पीड़ा, हाँ क्या बोले, losing to the best team in the world. Bayer Leverkusen का challenge ultimately proved a bit too much for Roma. uh, क्या बताओ यार, ये जब ड्रॉ हुआ था तो हमें पता था कि Leverkusen are going to be a very tough nut to crack. um, of course they won the Bundesliga, they are undefeated this season under Xabi Alonso, and this was a challenge for Roma because Roma were the last team to beat them last season, that is, in the same stage of the season, Europa League semi-final, leg one. It was at the Olimpico and we won by a goal to nil. But इस बार कुछ अलग था. I did a live watch along with Parmeshwar from Calcio Churcha, Inter fan and Serie A fan in general, and we were joined by a lot of fans. You can go and check out the live stream over there. So we've analyzed the game bit by bit. But ये एक दुख दर्द पीड़ा वाला रिएक्शन वाला वीडियो है. एंड आप अगर देखोगे तो ये गेम में रोमा काफी हद तक गेम में थी until the first goal, which was a gift by Rick Karsdorp. Very, very silly mistake to give at this stage of the season and, in this kind of a game. But credit where it's due. I think Leverkusen chose their moments to press the ball and win it back. And they got the reward, by forcing a Roma player to make a mistake. And Florian Wirtz makes no mistakes here. I mean, he is such a clinical player. Very, very. I would say that for a player of his caliber, he would take that chance. And Leverkusen went up by a goal to nil. Uske pehle Lukaku hit the crossbar, and Roma had those, half chances, what ifs, but agar aise hota tha to वैसे होता था, तो those kind of chances, but never really materialized into something real. And even in the set pieces, I think, we had quite a few decent chances and we just couldn't capitalize. There were times when Leverkusen carved us open, and Miles Villar has done a fantastic job after coming on to replace Rui Patricio. I don't know why Rui Patricio was still given a run by Mourinho, but okay, that's a debate for another day. But Villar kept us in the game to some extent, and going 1-0 at halftime the game was still there. एक अगर गोल जाता था between, say, like 60th minute mark तक, the game was still there. And just when Roma were getting, the momentum, that's when Bayer Leverkusen hit us with the second goal. Long range screamer, मेरे को लगा शायद deflection लग के गया रहेगा, but नहीं था. It was a very good finish. Svilar had no chance. And that is it. That was the end of the game, because Leverkusen were coming under pressure, but they reacted and they got that goal. They took a chance. They एक long range shot मारा और वो अंदर चली गई, and that was it for Roma. And बाकी का पूरा game, तो I think Leverkusen just managed it. A guy like Victor Boniface and even ex-Roma striker Patrick Schick didn't even come onto the pitch. So they just got in Palacios amongst others, just solidifying the defense and midfield, shoring up the numbers in the back so that, Roma wouldn't try to score that late goal. And finally, when that chance came, the chance fell to Tammy Abraham, who should have scored with his head. वो एक last chance था Roma का. एक गोल अगर Roma मारती थी, कुछ तो salvage करती थी ये game में. एक गोल भले down रहती थी, 1-2 would have been still better than losing at home, two goals to nil. But that is what it is. We have to take the result. A 2-0 loss at home, Roma losing at home after a while in a match that matters in Europe. And we go to the toughest place on earth right now and try to do the impossible. This is a team that has done some comebacks in the past. You may recall the great Romantara when Manolas scored that goal. But I think even as the most optimistic Roma fan, इस बार मुझे chances बहुत कम लग रहा है, because Leverkusen this year are a juggernaut. They're a team that everyone has tried to beat them, but no one has achieved it this year. And they always pull out late goals as well. So there's always that extra element to Leverkusen. And मैंने stream में बताया 98-2, but I think it's like Roma just have like a point something of a chance. This is Leverkusen are favorites to go and probably even win the Europa League, and they're in the final of their cup, cup competition also in Germany, and they could win the DFB Pokal and do a treble as well. So that is a challenge that Roma face. Very, very, I would say it's the highest mountain to cross. De Rossi has been tested as a manager. He's obviously younger in terms of experience of Xabi Alonso, and that showed. There was a comment and there was a thought that maybe De Rossi should have done his substitutions sooner. बट आई थिंक डेरोसी को पता था कि अगर वो ज्यादा सबs करेंगे तो शायद रोमा का शेप बिगड़ जाएगा एंड लेवरकुसन वुड जस्ट कट ओपन द रोमा डिफेंस एंड स्कोर अ थर्ड गोल तो मतलब गुड नाइट अरीवदर्ची बाय होता था. ये तो थोड़ा एक उम्मीद रखता है एंड इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ क्विकली रोमा कैन गेट दैट goal away. Like if they can get an early goal, then Leverkusen come under pressure. But yeah, I mean, as I said, it's going to be the toughest challenge on earth, and it's going to take a remarkable performance from De Rossi and his boys to turn this result around. It's Leverkusen all the way at this point of time. मेरे हिसाब से the best players, I would still say that El Shaarawy put on a very decent shift, but I was very impressed by Spinazzola. Spinazzola was amazing. The way he covered everyone's tracks was good to see, and Swilar as well kept us in the game here at 2-0. And Karsdorp, despite making the mistake when he was subbed off, the Roma fans applauded Rick Karsdorp, and that just goes to show that the bond between the players and the fans is extremely special. This club is special, but unfortunately, as the Roma fans were still trying to sing on the night, trying to pull that one goal, agar Tammy Abraham just finish karta tha, to it would have been great, but unfortunately, this proved a challenge that was a little too much for Roma and probably any other team in the world. And credit where it's due, I think Bayer Leverkusen did a very thorough and professional performance, and they came to Rome and conquered it. They got what they wanted, and they'll be sitting comfortable in the second leg. It's all to play for next Thursday, but before that, Roma play Juve at home, and after next Thursday's game, Roma play Atalanta away. So quite a crazy schedule for Roma, and I would say Atalanta being the happiest team on the night, going to Marseille and getting a draw, and coming on starting on a clean sheet in clean slate rather in Bergamo is advantage Atalanta for them. I mean, they have a good chance of making it to the final and playing by Leverkusen. As for Roma, we have to regroup and reorganize. De Rossi has got a lot of thinking to do over the weekend. 1 week to go before we face Leverkusen again. Can we do the great Romantada 2.0? Only time will tell. This is Ajay Menon of AM Talksport. अगर आप यहाँ तक आए हो ये वीडियो में, I do a lot of content around football, Serie A, the Premier League, FPL, and also a lot of cricket content, be it the Indian cricket team or the IPL. If you like this kind of content, do consider subscribing to my channel. The subscribe button is over there, and you can watch all the videos. Liking the videos definitely helps. Please leave a comment below. I interact with everybody. I want to know, what's on your mind. What do you think of this performance by Leverkusen? And do you think Roma can do the impossible? Leave a comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. Send it to all your football fans on your WhatsApp groups. And yeah, I'll see you in another video soon. Until then, and for always, sempre Forza Roma.